Atul logged into your instance.
Okay, great. Just it's in the waking up state, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So good morning everyone and welcome back in today's class. So today we are going to be discuss a little more on the ServiceNow perspective because yesterday I gave you the homework that log into my instance and create everyone account. So I know that a lot of accounts has been created, but few are still left. So don't worry, we can pick it up or in this particular session. Now the point is that if I take you on the user's perspective, okay, maybe let me take you on this part, then I'll go to the ServiceNow tooling perspective that how the navigation can be worked upon. So in today's class, we are going to be discuss mainly on the user management. See, in when we work in any of the company, even though not in the company, if you're working or if you are being home and someone come to your house, he or she don't have all access to make any changes in your home. Maybe you are living or your sister come to your home. She is not allowed to make changes in your bedroom or maybe in the kids' bedroom or maybe in the living room. Why? Even though she's your sister, but she don't hold those much rights where she can go and make a changes. But your husband or your wife has the complete rights to make a change in that particular room. So in ServiceNow, always remember this thumb of rule. Everything which you are able to see in ServiceNow is only and only due to the role you have carrying with yourself. So yesterday when I creating a users, what I did, I give a admin role to all of you. I give it to Sneha. Sneha created a new account. She gave a role to admin role to the next person, and so on. It means what I done here that I am making you admin in my instance. Okay. Now what I will do, let me do one thing. So Steve, now you can log in and you can create an account for Veer. In the meantime, let me show you something here. I go here in the user admin. Okay. Or let me remove all this and I go here. So things which are able to see here, right? This visibility, I tell you what we call these options. There's a
Atul, are you sharing the screen?
oh sorry. I'm not sharing it. Let me share it now. Sorry. Yes, now I'm sharing. So I log in into my instance and thank you Sneha for this help now. So when I say in service now, everything is depend on the role you are carrying. If you are carrying the admin role, you can see a lot of things. When I say a lot of things means you can see the options available in this particular area. These are called the applications. These are the called application. And under that we have a module. Okay, I put one point here. In one of the interview, approximately a year or 2 year back, I was appearing for an interview for a good company. Definitely, every company is a good company here. Okay, so he says, Atul, you are in service now from the last 6 years now. Let me start from the basics. I said, okay, you can go ahead. I thought basics means that he will ask that how the service now has been incorporated, what is the history of the service and all the things. No, he asked me, what do you mean by the application and what do you mean by the module in service now? So these options which are able to see is called the applications for me. So let me go and write it here something. Incident. Okay. Incident is my application and create new is a module in that. Thank you for giving me so much echo. I able to see that or hear that how my voice go in your houses. Okay, no problem. So let me come here. So these are the modules. Now visibility of any application or any module to any user depend on the role he or she is carrying at point of time. So now you can see that I am logging as a learn group. This is my user ID and I am having a admin rights and I can see multiple things. OK, now what I will do, I'll go here and remove the admin role from the Sneha account. OK, just to show you that these are the basic things. OK, I'll go here. OK, and let me remove this role from Sneha profile. As of now, Sneha is also admin, so she also can see all the options available here. Let me click on edit. Let me take it back now. Yeah. And I'm taking it back and save. Now what I'll do, I'll impersonate Sneha. What is impersonate means? I'll tell you in detail, but as of now, just see. Now Sneha don't have any role assigned to her. It means she is a end user. Number 1 point. Remember, it is a non-licensed. She don't carry any license. She don't carry any role on her name, on her user ID. So she is an end user for me. Now I impersonate Sneha. OK. And now I'll go here and try to find out user admin. Sneha is not able to see that module. Why? Because Sneha is not the person, or Sneha is, let's not call the person here. Sneha is not a user who is having a role which is required to create a user account here. So one thing should be clear in everyone's minds is that only the user who is having a proper role is be able to see the modules here. Admin is the topmost. Maybe now if I give Sneha any different role, she is able to see that part. OK, but we'll go in depth in that area a little bit later. So now I'm ending the impersonation and coming to my ID. OK, now I'll start with the discussion of the user account. I'll take you on this navigation part little later because I want you to come into the picture first and then you can understand the things. OK, now I'll come here. OK, user account means that someone in your company want to use the ServiceNow. Like if I say that I want to order something from the hometown, or maybe the eZone, or maybe from the PayPal, maybe from the eBay, maybe from the Amazon, maybe from the Flipkart. I create my account. That account authenticate. Yes, I have rights to log in into that particular instance. So in the same manner in ServiceNow, we are going to be create a user account. Now we will discuss about these parameters, that what this parameter indicates. What are the benefit of this parameter? As of now, you can see that you are not able to see any asterisk sign on any of the field. It means there's a no mandatory field on this form. Now what I'll do, I'll create a user account. Let me take a user account for the LNG. It is one of my user account I'm going to create now. First name LN and last name is G. Simple that you can do. Title you can say it's Doctor or Mr. or Miss or something. This tube light or this bulb suggests that what best you can do it here. These are the titles you can put it. I can say, OK, I want to put it is a CEO of a company. Department, in which department this user is working. I say it is working in the IT department. Okay, remember few things here. If you see this kind of a symbol, and if you see this kind of a symbols, both are different. Both are different. This we will discuss when we go for the table creation part, that what this symbol means. Now I put a password here. Okay. Password need reset. I'm sure if you create account in any of the website where you get a default password, as soon as you log in first time, you get a pop-up. Please change your password. Yesterday, nobody get that pop-up, right? Why? Because we did not set it like this. If I click on this, let me show you. When I log in with the LNG, I'll show you. Okay, let me say password need reset. It means whenever user log in first time or the next time, it will get a pop-up here. Logged out. What ServiceNow say that if you enter your password wrong more than 3 times, your account will be locked. And once your account locked, it cannot be opened by this user. It can be only and only opened by the service desk executive. Let's take example. You are entering a PIN for your ATM card. You enter 3 times. It is not working, and you get a message. Your account has been locked. Please contact to service executive to unlock that. What you do? You call to the service desk executive and say, hey, this is my user ID. This is my account number. My password has been, or account has been locked. Can you unlock it? So what he do? He go and make it as a, so it will be like this. He will just uncheck for you. Okay, these options are there. I'll not discuss this part because these are be little later we can discuss on when we go for the integration perspective. Now, when you create your account in any of the product or any of the tool, any of the website, definitely you mention some email ID so that you can get the emails, right? So I'm putting an email ID here for me. atul.grover09@gmail.com. This is my email ID. Okay. Now this is a homework for you guys. Everyone need to, because now everyone has the admin access except Sneha. I'll give Sneha to you as well. You go and you update these fields for you. Update your title, update your department. Don't do password or this thing. No, don't do this thing. Update your email account as well. You can set the language. As of now, in my ServiceNow instance, I just have a English, my primary language. No other language has been installed in my system, so I put it in English only. Calendar integration. What this mean? Now you have to take your things from the IT experience perspective. Someone has any question here? I'm not able to log in. You are not sharing. Steve, can you try for the Veer account now? It's sketchy, right? Yetunde is there. It's sketchy, or someone else is there? Okay, Sarah. Okay, so who need to be created Sarah's account? Yesterday I tell, right?
Nobody, because Sarah wasn't in class yesterday.
Okay, so Jotona, you will create the account for Kunal, and Kunal, you need to be create account for Sarah. Okay. Okay, fine. So now let me come to this point. So why the calendar integration are required? So ServiceNow say when you are working with ServiceNow, definitely sometime you have to be send a meeting invites to your users as well. Suppose you set up a meeting. So how those meeting invites work, or how those meeting invite can set, then you can use the calendar integration called the Outlook, or maybe you can say none. I put as a Outlook. By default, it will be Outlook only. In which time zone you will be staying. So this time zone, that is a very good point from ServiceNow perspective. ServiceNow never ever take your local time. No. It shows you the timings on the record, the time zone you mentioned here. Maybe people from the from India, they can put IST. The people from the Central, they can put Canada Central. From Eastern, they can put Eastern here. What this mean? It means that whenever you open any record, it will show you the detail. It will show you the timings for that particular time zone. So for me, I am staying in IST, so I put an IST here. What date format you want? I want this one, YYMMDD. You can make a change of yourself. You can put any business phone number. You can put any mobile number here. And if you want to add your profile pic, so here, if you see, it will be changed. Let me go and add any profile pic here. So maybe I can put this one as my profile pic. Okay, and click on the OK. So now I updated my profile pic. Let me click on the save here. My user account has been created, but I did not give any role to this profile as of now. So it means it is a end user for me. So now, first of all, we need to be check this particular option. Let me log out from here and log in from LNG now, just to show you that how it's give a pop-up here. So I put the default password. So now I'm getting this option. Why? Because in my system, when I'm creating a user account, I mentioned that password need to be reset. So let me put the current password here. I put my new password. And now I will log in into the system. Yes. So now LNG is able to log in. OK. And now you can see the profile pic is available here. But LNG is an end user for me. So he cannot see a lot of things. Clear? Till this point, anyone has any doubt, any clarification required, please ask, guys. It is going to be now on a pace. So be sure that you're understanding the things very completely. Tell me, guys, any doubt, any question, any clarification required, anyone? OK. Now what?
Sir,
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
How many accounts can we create in one PDI?
Multiple accounts.
Is there any kind of limitation?
No limitation. See,
Okay.
it if you're not allowing your user to log in into the system, then how you will be selling your product?
Okay. Yeah, that's
Right?
a good point.
Even though it is a PDI, don't worry, I'll give you the homework today. Everybody need to create minimum 5 user accounts today by their self. Okay. Homework I'm going to give you very soon today. Okay.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now let me come back and log out from here. I'll go to my profile because I have an admin rights. Now this thing has been clear. Okay, Atul, this is the way that user need to be created. Now the second point come that how the role should be given to any user. Okay. Let's take example. Nowadays we are so much technology oriented one, and we say, and what we do, if I have a good friends, we create a WhatsApp group, right? Let's say example that I create a WhatsApp group of my all good friends only. I'll not say that everyone, no, only limited one, that is maybe 5 or 7. And tomorrow there is a party in my house. What I will do, I'll just put a one message in my group. Hey, tomorrow's party at my home. Please come at 8:30. Everybody consider, yes, this invitation is for me as well, and I will go to the Atul house. Now, if you notice one thing, second point, you have some friends, but those are not a good friends, but you need to be invite them as well. Then what you do? You message them separately. Maybe I message to Veer. I know that I'm not interested to invite Veer, but it is a relationship now. I message to Veer personally, hey Veer, tomorrow's party, please come. I message to Avi, tomorrow's party, please come. In these two cases, what I'm doing? Number one, I'm sending one message in a group, and I'm sending two messages to different persons. Okay. Now, if I have a 20 friends who are in the category where Veer or Avi stands, then I have to be send that 20 separate messages. And in that case, the chances will be there. Maybe I missed out one or two friends because 20 tough to be remember the name of the 20 people, right? So now if I relate this particular example with ServiceNow, ServiceNow give us a concept called the group. Okay, let me try to open a notepad. I love to write sometime. Okay. Yeah. So we are on the user, we are on the role, and we are on the group. Let me start with the role now again. Role, in simple words, role means a right has been given to a person to perform a specific action. Like if you invite me at your home for 2 months, let's say Atul, you can come. Maybe Bikola Sarah says, okay, Atul, we are invited you to our home in Canada or US. You can be our guest for a longer time. I said okay. The day I reach and I say, okay, Sarah, let me make a cup of tea. Hey, no, you are my guest. You cannot make a cup of tea today. But after 2 days, I can go into the kitchen and make a cup of tea. It means my role is getting changed now. Because now they're considering me as their family member. And they know that Atul has a different way of making cup of tea, so he can go and make a cup of tea together there. Now, if I talk from the IT perspective, from the ServiceNow perspective, we have a different roles in ServiceNow. So it can be admin, it can be ITL, and it can be X, Y, and Z. I tell you that what is X, Y, and Z means. Okay. The first thing is that, okay, let me go here. Now go into the user admin again and click on the roles. The things which we are discussing now is called the OOTB, that we call as the out of the box. Means the role which is provided by ServiceNow, I am using the same role to done my or to providing to my users. What this mean? The question can be, Atul, can we create a new role as per our requirement? Yes, you can create a new role as per your requirement as well. So these are the 380 roles given by ServiceNow out of the box to me in my PDI. Maybe in your official instances, you will be having a more roles than 380s. Okay, so now yesterday if you see that I said, okay, I'm giving you the admin role. What this mean? Admin role description is like this only. What they say, the system admin role, this role has been access to all system features, function, and data regardless of security constraint. Grant this role very carefully. If you have sensitive information such as HR record that you need to protect, you must create a custom admin role. It means, let's say example that I'm staying in your home. I said I will be there for the 6 months. But you say, Atul, you are admin of my house, but still you are giving me admin role with the limited access. I cannot enter in your bedrooms and open your wardrobes. So those are called the specific security rule you have to be created. Okay. In tomorrow's class, we will discuss that how I can create an admin, a separate or the new role specifically. So now, what is the homework for you guys? And let me give this task to. Okay, Sarah. I'm giving yesterday who did this? Okay, yes, Sarah, go ahead. I'm calling some rules here. Take a note of that rule, and everyone need to see that role in ServiceNow. So number one is the admin. How you can search? You can go and you can search for the ITL. Read about ITL and what is the ITL admin. Read about. I'm sure Sarah, you will be writing this, right? Read about the user admin role. What this role do? Then read about the list updater rule. Then read about the business stakeholder rule. Read about this rule. Okay. Now what left? This one done. I have on the security. Mid server. Not about this. Read about this workflow rules. Okay, any of the workflow rule. Then let me give you the one more thing. Read about the incident manager, knowledge manager, change manager. These three manager role you have to be read. Read about the problem manager as well. Read about the SLA manager as well. Okay, and one more rule I forgot. Let me put it on the top. It's called the approval rule. Read about approval admin and approval user. Okay, now I give you almost 10 to 15 roles to be read about. Okay, now the thing is that the role which I told you, they are working in a specific direction. So like if I say ITL, let me go and give this role to the user. Okay. LNG. Okay. Now I'll give this role. I'll give the ITL role to the user LNG. I'll give an ITL and I'm giving the user role as well. User admin. See, I did not give the admin role to this guy. No, I am just giving the ITL and the user admin. Click on the save. And now let me impersonate this user. Now, if I go here and search for incident, see, these many modules are available. Why? Because now this user is not an end user. This user is having the ITIL role, which means as per the definition of ServiceNow, if any user who has the ITIL role can work on incident, change, problem, request, or the knowledge article, can update, can create, can move these records into the next level. One thing. Now, if you go and see here, user admin, how this user is getting this user account now, this user option. Because yesterday what I told that only via admin role you are able to create the user account. Yes or no? Tell me guys, yesterday when I give you the admin role, only then you guys are able to create a user account for the other person. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Right. But today I did not give this user the admin role. What role I gave to this person? User admin role. It means if I give that role to any user, they're able to work on these modules only. See, he's not able to make any change in the SLA. If you try to find out SLA, see, he cannot make a change. But he can do a changes in the user account. Why? Because this user is having the user admin role, not the admin role. And that is the purpose when I was saying that Sarah, please note down these rules. Because in our IT life, in our day-to-day life, we are using these roles very frequently. Let's take example. My customer, and this is a very practical example which I face. One of my customers says, Atul, I want my agent should be able to make a changes in the user account. I said, boss, sorry, I cannot give admin rights to anyone. Then say no. Then he said no. You have to be give. Otherwise, I cannot take ServiceNow on board. Then I go back in the role table. In the role table, and read that what role I can give, and what I find the user admin only. So you can see, can administrator, user group, location, and company. If I give this role to any user, they can make a changes. They can create a new user role, new group, new location, or the new company. So now this is the purpose of telling you everyone that guys start reading this rule carefully. Okay. Now I come to the next step. Any doubt till this point? Anyone has any doubt, any question till this point? Either on the user or either on the role part. Don't be silent. It's risky now for you guys.
Our modules can be modified as per to the roles provided to the user.
When you say module modify as per the user, so it means where you want to make a change here.
Okay, so if I'm providing any kind of a role, or if I'm removing any kind of a role, so these module will get changed.
Definitely. So if you remove the LNG from the LNG user, if you remove the user admin, he will not able to see the user profile here.
Okay, sir.
So always remember that these things trigger these options here.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that is a one.
Understood.
Yep. Okay. Anyone else in any doubt? Sneha, Deepika, Bikola, Sarah, Laura, Yinka, Kane, Steve, Detona.
Hello?
Yes, Kane, go ahead.
I didn't get, can a user admin create a user?
Yes.
So
User.
what's the difference? What's the difference between the user admin and just a regular admin?
Okay. Okay, I'll show one example here. So now you can see that Atul Grover is the admin. So I log in with the learn and grow. I'm an admin here, right? Right, Kane?
User admin or admin? Is it?
Yes. So if you go my profile, you will find out that I have a admin role. Not a user admin, I have an admin role.
Okay.
Okay. Even though I have a user admin, but I have an admin role as well. So now I can go and make a change on the other modules as well. Like you can see, I am seeing this option SLA and all these things are there, right?
Yeah.
Now I impersonate with the user who just have a user admin role, not a regular admin role.
Okay.
Now I go and you search for SLA. He's not able to see the other modules.
Okay.
Right? So admin, so it will be like this. You are father of your or in your family. Okay. You are the admin of complete house or the flat or the home you will be having at point of time. But your kids are only admin of their room. They can make any changes, they can make any drawing, they can make any painting in the wall. So like this, you can be differentiate. They are not allowed to make any changes in your room. They can make a change in their own room only. So that is a specific module admin I am saying. If you say your kids, hey, you are my kids, you have a complete rights, go in any place in the house and make any changes, then they'll become a completely admin. Maybe when they become more than 18 years old, then they are getting that role from you inherently. That now we are mature, we can make any changes in any of the room as well.
Okay,
So
Atul, so you
yes,
said those applications have their own admin, so like there'll be an SLA admin.
yes, we are not SLA admin, or I can say we are not having the admin role. It is not like that for every module we have an admin role. No. Few
Okay.
roles we have a specific to the module or the application. Few things we are be getting only via the admin only.
Okay. Okay.
With the admin role only. Okay. Now I come to the next concept here. Group. What do you mean by the group? What do you think? What is the definition of a group according to you?
A group of people working on similar tasks, I guess. A group of employees.
Group of people, group of employees. So can we say that this is a group whose
Yes.
and
Batch
I can
7.
say yes, and everyone has a only one common goal, to get knowledge of ServiceNow. Correct? We can say that all the 12 or 13 participants, including me as well, I'm saying our goal is to get maximum ServiceNow knowledge from this particular training. We are working in a direction. Now I'm happy to say that nobody is sharing, even though not shared earlier as well, any unnecessary jokes or memes on the WhatsApp group. Everybody is sharing the documentation. Okay, this is the document. Let me share with the group so that people can read about that. I guess Neha shared that high availability document. That is the one thing. So maybe today, if you find a good document, maybe few lines, 5 or 7 lines, put into the group. Maybe you read something about any of the role, put it there, that what that role do, so that everyone can understand. Now the thing is that everybody is agree on that part, that a group means working on a common goal or objective. Right? Now, when I say before, so let's say example that before I commence or kick off this class, everybody reach out to me individually. Abhi says, Atul sir, I want to attend your class. Deepika say, Atul sir, I want to attend your class. Laura, Bikola, Veer, everybody is reaching out to me. Before I adding them in a specific group, what I did, I clarify their doubts. Okay, boss, this is the timings. Are you comfortable with the timings? If yes, then I can add you. Now, when I add you in a group, it means you are able to access all the things which I am providing in that group. You have a rights in the Skype to download the previous videos. You have a rights to start the meeting as well, or the class as well. You have a rights to send a question in that particular group. It means if I say that if I kick out anyone from that group, I am taking his all access in a one go. Let's take example. We have a Cami in our group now, but Cami is not attending the class from the last 3 or 4 days now. Now it is time to make it to exit the Cami from the group. It means she is no longer authorized to watch these videos from the Skype, or she is no longer what I can say, uh, no longer have a rights to put any question in that group. So why we have a group concept specifically, and what best practice you have to be followed? This is the point which have to be considered from the business analyst perspective, as a consultant perspective. Never ever give any rule. I am again repeating, never ever give any rule to a user directly. It means the practice which we done yesterday was not a good practice. Is not a good practice. Every time if you want to give any role to any user, create a group and add that user in a group and then give a role to the group. Let me clarify, let me simplify this concept. Now, if I add each one of you one by one in a WhatsApp group, or maybe in a Skype group, I have to be give the specific rights to everyone one by one. And if tomorrow someone says, like Kemi says, Atul, I'm not interested, I cannot attend the class. She's not attending the class, but I forget to remove her from that particular, I forget to take her role or the access from my Skype group. It means by any time, any day, she can still able to log in and get the all videos in his bucket. So what we have to be do now, we had to be create a group, and we will in the group will add user, and then we'll give the. So now what we did yesterday was the wrong practice. So now what we have to do, let me end impersonation at my end. And I go to the user admin. Don't get confused. It is easy. Maybe you need to be just watch this video again, or maybe you have to do some practical. I go to the group here. Okay. And let me create a group for everyone. Okay. Let me say my group name is admin. Okay. Any group email ID I don't want to put. Who is the manager for this group? I am the manager for this group. Learn and grow. Okay. Just I'm not putting anything on the parent as of now, and click on the save here. Now what I did, I just created a group for this batch 7. Now what I will do, I will add a member here. Either you can do anything, either you can add a role first, either you can add a member first. Let me add a Sneha here. Everybody know that Sneha don't have a admin role in the system now. Correct? We remove Sneha's right.
Yeah.
So now I'll add Sneha here and save. And now to this group, I give a role of the admin. and click on the save. Now what you see, adding role catalog builder to Sneha J. If I scroll up, adding role catalog admin, adding role admin to Sneha. What this mean? Now Sneha also got the admin rights in my system. But now we follow the right practice. What we done? We created a group and then we added all the members in that particular group. Now you have to be make this practice very carefully. Okay, what homework you have to be do now? At least create everyone. It's responsibility for everyone. At least create 5 or 8 user accounts for your friends. Don't share the password with anyone. Don't share. Okay, don't share. Create everyone account. Maybe your family members account you can create in the instance. And create a separate group. Minimum 5 groups you need to be create. And give different roles to that group. Remember one thing, I'm just repeating it again. Maybe if you're getting confusion here, you had to be create 8 users account. Take your family members and create the user account for them. Now I shared the list of the all groups to you. Sorry, all roles to you, right? Create one at least 3 or 4 groups and give only those roles to that particular group. Don't, now the user which you're going to be create should not have a admin rights. Except admin, only admin I'm saying, not I'm saying the user admin. Except admin, you can give that role to other people. So like if I can say Sneha or maybe Sarah created one group called the user admin. Okay, and she give a user admin role to that particular group and added 2 new users who she created adding to that particular area. Then impersonate them. Go here and impersonate with their ID. Like I can see here, like, so maybe I can put a Kane. So I can see Kane name here. I can see Veer. Veer is there. Let me save Steve. Steve is there. So by this, you log in and you see that what this user is having a role now. What module, what application, what functionality he can use by using that particular role. Clear? Anyone has any doubt can ask.
So should we create this in your PDI or in our separate PDI?
Create in my PDI only.
Okay.
Okay. Create in my PDI only. That is the only thing. But
5 users, a couple of groups.
5 to 8 users, minimum 3 to 5 groups you have to be create. And each group should have a separate role.
Should we add those users to the group or not?
Correct. We have to be add. Only then you can verify, right?
Oh.
Only then you can verify.
So add all those 5 to 8 users to all the groups. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe I can say that, let's say I created a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, these are my users. I created a group called A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Now add maybe in A1 add 1 and 3. In A2 add 2. Again, you can add multiple users, you can add in a single group. 1 and 5. Okay, maybe 6 and 8. Then to this group, you should only give 2 roles. Maybe you can give user admin, plus you can give the list updater. Then give this to them. You can give maybe the change manager plus catalog manager. And then impersonate with user number 2 and see what this particular role working for him. But before that, you have to know that what this role actually do, and that detail you will get it from this particular place. So read about the roles now. That is more important. More you read, more you get the understanding about ServiceNow. It is all about access. Remember very thumb rule. If you are giving the wrong access, let's take example. If by mistake I hand over my document wardrobe key to my son, and in my absence he opened that, he take out some documents and make a drawing on the same, then I am the accountable, not my son is accountable, because I give him a wrong access. So in this particular service now, if you are assigning a role to any user, customer is never accountable. Only you are the accountable, because customer says my user should be able to see only this thing. If he is able to see a lot of things, it means he is having a other roles as well. So now what I'll do, let me go here and open the user profile. And now I'll show the Sneha account. And now you can see Sneha is having the admin role. And how this admin role she is getting? She is getting the admin role from this particular group. Clear, everyone? So now if you click on the edit, you will not find anything here. Why? Because now this user Sneha is getting a role from the group, not from directly from the role table. All clear, everyone? Any doubt, any question here?
I have a question.
Yes,
so
go ahead.
if you search in the app, in the left navigation, like you search user, it pulls up different applications.
Yes.
How do you know? I mean, it's kind of like, so if you create a user in any of those applications, is it like, will it populate?
No. Okay. If you open your mobile phone and you go to contact and you put William, you get a lot of William in your profile, right? In your contacts. How you know that which William I need to be connect? Maybe with his or her last name, maybe with his or her email ID. So in this area, these things come by learning only. So when I say user, when I say you have to create a user, so it is falling under the user administrator as a application. This is the application which take care about the user and the group and role part specifically.
So the user administration is the application, the user group are those modules.
Those are the modules, right? So now let me see that who are the logged in my profile as of now in my instance. Only Steve login and Laura login. Let me see all. Yep. Only Steve and Laura, and I guess they are out now. They're not in the system. So you can see I'm in the activity, means I'm in the system as of now, but these two log in, they done their work and they log out. So even though these things we can see that who logged in the last. Maybe I can show you something here. All active transactions or the active transactions. Let me see. Only one active transaction is there. Okay. So multiple things running in the background as well. These things. So now for you, main thing is that to start with the user, group and role. Okay. Maybe if you get time, I'll give you one more options here. Go into the department and create a new department as well. Put the department name. Maybe you can put kitchen as a department, bakery as a department, any department you want to create. Maybe you create 3 or 4 departments as well. Put the department head as your own name. department primary contact as your own ID, and click on the submit. That's all. Just do these things. And the things which we're discussing now is called a foundation data. In ServiceNow, we have a two type of data. Number one is called the foundation data. Number two is called the transactional data. Transactional data means the records which generated in ServiceNow is called the foundational data. Sorry, the transactional data. Foundation data means user, group, department, location, companies are my foundation data. Being a consultant, we have to make sure the foundation data should be up to the mark in my ServiceNow, in my particular tool. Either it is, if you put garbage will be there. If you put good data will be there. So now I'm giving you the rights. You can go and create a department. If you want, you can go and create a locations as well.
So did you say transitional data?
It's transactional data, not
transactional. Okay, transactional.
Yes, right. So you can go and create a new location as well. Try to do this hands-on. The good point is that this is our PDI. I'll not say it's our PDI. Go and do the practice as much as you can do. Don't worry if something goes wrong, nothing to be worried. We can reset it. That's fine for us. So now create user, create group, assign the roles, create departments, create location, create countries as well. Who says that I want to be created India as a country? You can create. If it is not that, you can create India as a country. You can create your state as a country as well. Why I'm saying, because in this not in this training, in any other training of ServiceNow you go, you will not able to get a complete details, field level detail. Nobody will tell you. Even I cannot be tell you a lot of things, but I can give you the option to get familiar. Because for the consultant, for the business analyst, when my customer says, Atul, I want to come on ServiceNow, my first question goes to that particular person. What is your foundation data? How much foundation data you have? How many users you have? How many groups you have? How many departments you have? How many locations you have? How many companies you have? Right? So those things we have to be know. So now you should be working in ServiceNow not as a developer 100%. You are need to be work as a developer. You have to be work as a consultant as well. Open your mind 360 degree. Any doubt, any question, without any hesitation, post in the group. And I request everyone at least see the group twice or thrice in a day so that you can see that what other person is asking, and take an initiative to reply back to that particular question. Put your thoughts, even though someone already answer, say thumb, put your thumb or not, or maybe if you want to answer, you can answer that part. Okay. Anyone has any doubt here, any question here, and all these things come into the user admin only up to this part. Don't see this thing, user preference, all this, that's not be required as of now. Up to this part, you can do your hands-on. Make your hands dirty. Yes, go ahead.
Atul, can you tell me the transactional data once again?
Okay. Transactional data means the data which we are creating in every minute, every single second, like incident records is my transactional data. Let me give an example. Definitely in a single day, you are getting a lot of calls, something on the spam call, something your friends, family, relatives as well, right? Those are the transactional data. That data, okay, that is the transactional data. Okay, but that data did not changing anything in your phone. Means if your parent, your wife or your husband is calling to you, it will show that, okay, Mr. X is calling me, or Mr. Y is calling, Mr. Z is calling me. From where that information is coming, that is your foundation data, because you save your husband contact with a particular name in your phone, and that is my foundation data. So Now let's take example. I'm sure that before 15-20 days you don't have my number, but as soon I added you guys in the WhatsApp group, you saving my number as well, or you saving my contact in your phone. Now I become a foundation data in your phone. I WhatsApp you, I call you, I ping you, and then those are the transactional data we are doing day in day out specifically. Clear, Sneha, now?
Yeah, though.
Okay, great. Anyone has any other doubt, any question? Okay, so no question. Let me stop the recording and we'll take a quick attendance here.